Hello, future engineers. Here is another video in plane and solid analytic geometry. And I hope that through this video, your knowledge in mathematics will be enhanced and making you little by little better engineering students. So here is the problem. Determine the point of intersection of the tangents to the parabola x squared minus 2x minus 4y plus 9 equals 0. So for those who are new, I want you to uh, begin from the start of Analgem in my playlist Engineering Review Materials because the concepts and the principles are important in order to understand the solutions, especially here. So this is a parabola because there's only one second degree term that is squared. And the points of tangencies are -1, 3 and 5, 6. Actually, if it is only one coordinate that is given, you can find the other. So for example, when x is -1, you can solve for y and it should be 3. When x is 5, you can solve for y, which is 6. And you can check that, verify that these points are on this parabola. This parabola is open upward because when the other term opposite to x, coefficient transposed to the right, it becomes positive. So there are two roots of x, left and right. Therefore, the parabola is open upward. Also determine the lengths of the subtangents and subnormals. Although I'll explain how to sketch the graph of this parabola, let's transform this into its standard form. We complete the square in x. That is x squared minus 2x plus 1 equals 4y minus 9, then also plus 1. So this is x minus 1 square. Factor out 4, and it is 4 quantity y minus 2. So therefore, it is indeed a parabola that is open upward because the length of the latus rectum, the coefficient of y is 4, and the vertex is at 1, 2. Equate this to 0, so x is 1, equate this to 0, y is 2. Length of latus rectum 4. Latus rectum is the distance between the ends of the latus rectum, and it is in general 4p, where p is the distance between the vertex and the focus, vertex and directrix. So let's sketch it. So parabola open upward, vertex 1, 2, length of latus rectum 4. So let's sketch it. I use GeoGebra to have a smooth sketch and accurate sketch. So this is the vertex which is at 1, 2. I locate, these are the points given, points of tangency when x is -1, y is 3, and 5, 6. So let's label it, vertex 1, 2. The focus is above the vertex here. The distance between the focus and the vertex is 1, 1/4 of 4, so 1. So since it is above, the focus, the coordinates of the focus will be 1, 2 plus 1, 3. Then we move to the left and to the right to locate the ends of the latus rectum. So to the left, uh, 2 units, half of 4. So 1 minus 2 is -1. So therefore, this left end is -1, 3. And the right end is 1 plus 2, 3, 3. So these are the three important points so that we can sketch this parabola smoothly. Then we already verified that this point when x is 5, y is 6. Then we draw the tangents. Call this tangent 1 and that's tangent 2. Then this is the chord joining the points of tangency. This is the point of intersection of the tangents. Then by principle, already discussed in uh, one of the videos in the playlist Engineering Review Materials, particularly in analytic geometry, this part here. So since this is a straight line, the x coordinate of the point of intersection between two tangents, also relate this with your surveying, then this distance would be the average of y coordinate 3 and 6, because that's a straight line midpoint. In other words, this is also the average of the x coordinates -1 and 5. And relate it from your surveying that if you have a vertical curve like this, the tangents drawn will meet at this point of intersection, such that the distance from this chord, midpoint of this chord, to that point on the vertical parabolic curve is equal to the distance, if you can recall from your surveying. This is property of parabola also. From the point on the curve to this point of intersection. That is, this is if the horizontal distance between the points of tangency is L, this is L over 2, that's also L over 2, and this is H, that's also H, as shown. So that is L over 2. So we call this point on the parabola as Q. We can find the coordinates of that because this lies on the parabola, and we already got the x coordinate of that point. And I'll call this point S. So xs is again 1/2 of -1 plus 5, and that is 2. So that's why the point of intersection between the two tangents is also has x equals 2, abscissa equals 2. And if this is accurate, the y should be 0 as in the figure, as shown in the figure. Then y sub s is average of 3 and 6, midpoint formula in analgem. So 1/2 of quantity 3 plus 6 is 9/2. Then let's locate xq. X is 2 here also because this is a vertical line. So substitute in the equation to solve for yq. So 2 square minus 2 times 2 minus 4 yq plus 9 equals 0. Solving for yq, because that's 0, yq is 9 over 4. So having found y sub q, we can solve for h. H is equal to y sub s, which is 9/2, minus y sub q, which is 9 over 4. And the distance, vertical distance from Q to point of intersection should also be H. So that's 9 over 4 because YQ is 9 over 4 and H is also 9 over 4. Therefore, Y sub PI is 9 over 4 minus 9 over 4, because H is 9 over 4. It's 0 indeed. So XPI is 2 and YPI is 9 over 4 minus 9 over 4, and that is 0. So therefore, the point of intersection is at 2, 0. So another way to show that the point of intersection of the tangents is really 2, 0, we have to find the equations of these tangents, and we solve the equations of the tangent simultaneously. That's the point of intersection. So for those who are not familiar with this, though for civil engineering and those who are good in math know this. But for those who do not know, then this is the general solution. So we'll find the equations of tangents by analogous approach. That is, we replace x squared by xxt, x by 1/2 of xxt, y by 1/2 of y plus yt. So xxt minus 2 times 1/2 of x plus xt minus 4 times 1/2 of y plus yt plus 9 equals 0. This is the analytic geometry approach. This is analytic geometry. So I will not present the calculus approach. You differentiate that to find the slopes of the tangents. So xt for tangent 1 is -1 minus quantity x plus negative 1 minus 2 times 4 over 2 is 2. So y plus yt is 3, then plus 9 equals 0. Negative x, negative 2x plus 1 minus 2y minus 6 plus 9 equals 0. So negative 2x minus 2y plus 4 equals 0. So we can simplify this into x plus y equals 2. Equation x plus y equals 2. Call that the first tangent 1. So uh, x plus y equals 2. 10 minus 6 is 4. So next is we have to sketch the graph, find the equation of tangent 2. We substitute it into this equation here, except that xt this time is 5 and yt is 6. So x times 5 minus quantity x plus 5 minus 2 times quantity y plus yt plus 9 equals 0. So we have 4x minus 5 minus 2y minus 12 plus 9 equals 0. Simplifying 4x minus 2y equals positive 8, or 2x minus y equals 4. So solving the two equations simultaneously, then we get x is 2, y is 0. So that's the general solution to that. Then determine the lengths of the subtangents and subnormals. These are horizontal projections upon the x-axis. For TS1, that's the TS1, then NS1, that's the normal to this tangent. Then this is N sub S1, length of subnormal 1. Then the formula is for TS1 is it is absolute value of y1 over slope of the tangent. For NS1, it is the product, absolute value of the product of the slope of the tangent times y sub t. So y sub t is 3. And if you want the derivation, you just look at the videos. You find that video for the derivation. So TS1 is yt over slope, absolute value. So it is 3 over the slope of tangent 1 is negative 1. Negative coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y, negative 1. So it is equal to 3 over negative 1, absolute value, so that is 3. Another way, because we have found the x-intercept of tangent 1, which is at 2, 0, it is x-coordinate at the right minus x-coordinate at the left. So it is 2 minus negative 1. So it is also equal to 3. Then for NS1, it is absolute value of slope times yt. So m is slope of tangent is negative 1 and y sub t is 3. So it is also 3, and it is obviously 3 in the figure. 3 also TS1 in the figure. So another way to solve for subnormal 1 is to find the equation of normal 1. Since the slope of tangent 1 is negative 1, the slope of normal 1 is positive 1. And it is represented by x minus y. You just interchange coefficients, then change the sign also. X minus 1 equals xt negative 1 minus yt 3. So x minus y equals negative 4. That's n1. And and since when y is 0, x is negative 4, this point of intersection of normal 1 with the x-axis is negative 4, 0. Then we can now read from the figure that ns1 is right x negative 1 minus left x negative 4. So negative 1 minus negative 4, that's equal to positive 3. Same as that. Then finally, for TS2, that's normal 2. So this is t sub s2, and that's n sub s2. So substituting into the formula, yt this time is 6, and the slope of tangent 2 is positive 2, negative 2 over negative 1, so positive 2. So 6 over slope of tangent to 2, so it's also 3, and you can read it from the figure also. Another way is right x 5 minus left x 2, 2, so it's also 3. Then for the normal, we have to find the equation first. We have to use the formula. The slope of tangent 2 is 2 and yt is 6. So absolute value of 2 times 6 is 12. So ns2 is 12. So let's solve another way for ns2. So this is n sub s2. Uh, this is the equation of tangent with slope negative 2. The slope of the normal 2 is negative 1 half. And if the slope is negative 1 half, the equation is represented by x plus 2y. The slope of this is negative 1 half equals xt, which is 5, plus 2, yt is 6. So x plus 2y equals 17. When y is 0, the abscissa or the x-intercept is 17. So that is 17 gamma 0. Then ns2 is right x 17 minus left x 5. So that is ns2, which is equal to 12 indeed. So that's it for this video.